Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay Kennels giving you that dog news the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. You know, I always tell you, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button, y'all hit them comments up, and don't forget to hit them like buttons before you leave. Don't forget to hit them before you leave. All right, today, man, before we get this thing started, my boy P. Nitty lost his grandma this week. He burying her tomorrow. So if you rock with P. Nitty Kennels, send him some love, send him some shouts out. His wife lost. Not only did he lose his grandmother, his wife lost her grandmother at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So send them some love if you rock with P. Nitty Kennels. And I got some new music for you. You know, this is my boy Ulysses AD down in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? I gotta smooth it out for you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my young brothers out there, my young dog brothers out there. But today, you know, I know y'all like y'all music, but I'm gonna put y'all on something, you know what I'm saying? This that smooth, mellow stuff, you know what I'm saying? Laid back, bottle of champagne, fine thing on the side, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. You ain't worrying about killing nobody. You ain't worrying about hurting nobody. I know none of that, you know what I'm saying? Smooth music. Let's go.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Baby, you the one. I get that heavy inspiration. Girl, you the one. You're so amazing. You always know what to do. Girl, you my number one. You blow my mind. So fly. I'm thinking about you, baby. That's why you're number one. Girl, you the one. You know what to do. That's why you're number one. Me hooked on you, 'cause you know what to do. Got me hooked on you. You know it is true. Hey, pretty sexy lady, you inspire me. And when I'm feeling low, I know where to go. I'm straight on to you, 'cause you gon' lift me up. I'm never alone in this world. Let me touch you, baby. Is what mine knows. Baby, you're the one. You come and hug me, baby. Girl, you the one. You're so amazing. You always know what to do. Girl, you my number one. Blow my mind. So fly. I'm thinking about you, baby. That's why you're number one. Girl, you number one. That's why you're number one.
Now, for this show today, you know, I got to get a few things straight, you know, because I didn't really write my notes down for this. I'm just really going off the dome for this one, you know what I'm saying? First thing I want to say is, yes, I disagree with, you know, something I heard about, you know, breeding the dog a certain way off another brother channel, off 7-8 them channel. All right? So I said something about what I disagreed with. But what y'all can't get twisted is thinking, I don't got respect for them boys. Because I respect everybody on that panel. 7-8, Bach, Ram, Mr. Rosterman, and Mr. Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Respect all them brothers. You know, because I disagree with something don't mean I don't respect a brother. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And I'm not gonna let somebody run with a narrative like it's a problem or something. It ain't nothing, you know. It ain't hard to see y'all boys doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta tell you, y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my thing over here. See, one thing I noticed that's different from back in the days, back in our days to now modern days. Back in my days, I can talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I can talk shit. And I know that dog man right here, dog man, so you know he know what it is. You lose, you win, you talk trash, and you lose, you know it is what it is. These brothers today, man, these boys wanna kill you. These boys wanna kill you whenever you talk trash. Boy, you can't even, like say for instance, me and you was at a show. All your little friends on the side, them the ones you gotta watch for. It ain't the problem with me and you. Me and you good. It's all the little people on the side. It's different, man, compared to back then. You know, I could say, I could talk trash to you, you know what I'm saying, back then. Now, shit, you can't say nothing because you worry about one of them gonna shoot you down because you talking shit. And they don't understand this competitive shit talking. There's not, I hate you or you hate me. This competitive shit talking. Y'all gotta understand the difference. You know what I'm saying? When you in them situations or was in them situations, because we're not talking about nothing, mom. You know, just back in the days. Yeah, man. It's just different days, different times, you know. When we talk to these folks out here on these channels, we have different ages, all ages watchers, and you know, everybody take different things different ways. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take different things different ways. One thing I will say, if it comes to something, I'm gonna voice my opinion about it. You know, I'm gonna voice my opinion about it. And that particular subject, I felt like it would need to voice my opinion about it without disrespecting anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm from the era that, you know, we in different eras once again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. You know, y'all, this modern day era, this ain't got nothing to do with the young boys or however, but this modern day era is more feminized than our era was. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can go back and forth with all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't do it. You know, y'all can't do it. Y'all not built for it. Like, for one, you're not gonna fight. You know. Two, as soon as somebody start talking trash or saying something, you pulling out the guns. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how the dog game's supposed to be. You know, that ain't how the dog game's supposed to be, man. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And like them boys always say, man, every bloodline produce curs. Every bloodline produce great dogs. You know what I'm saying? Every bloodline produce curs. Every bloodline produce great dogs. A lot of times it comes down to the person. You know what I'm saying? No matter, especially a lot of you young brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like that. And that's what I'm about to tell you now. When I was 20, 21, 19, and I had both, like, I thought I knew it all. But little did I know, I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It's the stuff that I needed to know to win. And without cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the person with a lot of these bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna see different things when it comes to bloodline. I might not like Jeep, but you might see something in the Jeep dogs or a particular strain, a line of Jeep dogs that you know, that you like, that you might see something I don't see. You know, you might see something in the Eli dogs I don't see. Or I might see something in the Eli dogs you don't see. You know, every dog, man, is different. So when you get certain bloodlines and you try to say, for instance, boom, somebody, this guy I know got a Frisco dog. All right, now I know he ain't, you know, the best dog man or whatever. He take care of his dog. Now, don't get me wrong, he take care of him, but he don't know the outs and the ins. All right, now I see a lot more potential in that dog that, you know, he just is going past him. It's going in one ear and out the other, really. You know, he can't comprehend it yet. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to see it and go through it. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what you got to defeat or what kind of competition out there back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you can look at a person with, like, say, for instance, you know, if he green and another person's not, they can look at it, you know, and it's their job to try to correct them and get them right. You know what I'm saying? But it all goes down to the person. You know, quick example, like, again, I had a Jeep Eli dog. I was working for somebody back in the early 90s. I was working for somebody. So Jeep Eli, and they took him into a red boy Jocko hound. Now I handled him. I worked him and I handled him. And you know, we took the took the red boy Jocko dog out in probably about 15 minutes, something like that. About 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most. Now I had him a beast. Now, 6 months later, you know, this person got their dog back. Now, I hooked into him. with my particular hound and to that same hound that I worked last time. But this time I'm not working them. Another person got them. You know, a dog man older than me. Dog man older than me. He got them. You know, he's the owner of the dog. So he got his back. He ain't working his. I'm working mine. All right. 47 was the weight. I came in probably like maybe this is shy under 47. Right there at 47. You know what he did to make weight? He starved this dog. Not starved him literally, but he took so much food back from him. Instead of working the weight off, he took the food weight off of him. And then he came in like 45 pounds. Like 45. You think that bothered me? Or you think I said, oh, well, I can't do it? He said he was still ready. Shit, I looked at him. He was skinny bones. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it was what it was. You know, it was what it was. And that was Nitro. You know, Nitro. For y'all boys, you know, who got dogs coming down off Nitro. That was Nitro that I had during that time. You know, that, you know, took that one. All right. Nitro was off Crazy Eyes and Shakur. All right. But yeah, man, it all goes down to, you know, the person who got the dog, man. Everybody, we all love dogs, you know what I'm saying? But we all don't put the same effort into the effort we want our dog to put. You know what I'm saying? Some people put what they feel like is enough. Some people go overboard, you know, to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, give you another quick example. All right. When police got my dogs last time, they took them dog trotter from me. All right. Now, although none of this really matter, but at the same time, it do matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I had the speed thermometer on it. That don't matter. I had the shocks on the treadmill, so when the dog get a little, it's not bouncing, but it's a little give weight. You know what I'm saying? It's not so hard on his feet. You know. Then I had the incline, decline automatically on the treadmill. So I go to the back of the treadmill, hit the little switches, it lift up like hydraulics in the back. Lift up. Normally I put me a brick up under my treadmill back then. You know, I put a brick up under to lift it up, you know, or tilt it, whichever way I tilt it. But with the dog trotter, you know, it had the automatic thing on it. So I go hit the tilt on this side, lift it up, boom. Tilt it how much ever I want it. If I want it real, you know, steep, put it like that. If I want it, you know, take it whatever I want it. I had that on it. Then it had, you know, it was super quiet. Super quiet. Then it got the plastic slats, which is better on his feet than the wood. You know, because you see the blood a little faster on the wood. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I'm quite sure in the summertime you want to keep that in the shade, because that plastic probably get hotter than that wood in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? So you know, for the brothers that got it, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, boy, I was doing it back then, man. I was buying them treadmills $3,000 and $4,000, boy. $3,000 and $4,000. That one they took from me was like $4,000 something. You know what I'm saying? It was decked all the way out. The Evo Deluxe. Back then, that was, you know, a while back. So, you know, he probably done added, I see he done added more things to the treadmill now. You know, but that one I had a custom color. It had the dog, the pit bull emblem on the side with the plastic on the side walls, the see-through plastic. Man, it was nice. I ain't even taken it off the pallet yet. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, like, a lot of that stuff don't matter. All the accessories and stuff don't really matter on the treadmill. Treadmill's a treadmill at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got folk who really getting into their dog when them times is coming. You know what I'm saying? Really getting into it. Like I always say, like how that Russian had all that stuff hooked up to him on Rocky. You know, I'm talking about they checking everything from the blood. You know, don't forget that back in them days. You couldn't forget that back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Blood count, man. No matter what sport you're doing, I'm talking about, especially if your dog will be using a lot of energy, first thing you want to do is get a blood count. If you don't want to go to the vet, then you can order a little machine that you just test it. Just like when people test their sugar and stuff like that. You get a little bit of blood on it, And the number gonna come up, and you just read the manual to tell you what what numbers you need to be having or whatever. If you don't want to go to the vet, you need to do that, and that way you always be on top of stuff. That's what it's all about. The man who on top of his dog is the man who gonna win. You know what I'm saying? No matter what bloodline he got, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. And sometimes it don't matter who the better dog is. Because if the better dog, man bull jiving, and the dog who's just a tad bit under him, man on top of everything, it's a good chance things go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Good chance things go the other way. And when I talk about old schoolers lying, old school keeps might not be working, I'm not talking about no particular person. You know what I'm saying? Because folk want to take it like I'm talking about a particular person. No, I'm talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? In general, period. Like I said, a lot of that old stuff work. A lot of that old stuff don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it don't. We're in modern day times. You got to do things modern day. I ain't talking about the actual physical part. I'm talking about the actual antibiotics and not the antibiotic stuff. The stuff you giving them, the vitamins and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is though, man. It is what it is. Shout out to all my bulldogs out there from the east to the north to the south to the west. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit them comments up like you always do. And I appreciate y'all brothers, appreciate y'all sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate all y'all, all my dog brothers out there, man. From the bully gang community to the pit bull gang community to the pocket pit community too. I don't think they got a community. At least we don't see them out there. They got, people got the pocket pits, but they ain't got no spokesmen from their community. Unless I just ain't been watching the videos or something, probably. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, yeah, man, shout out to all the bulldogs, man. From the east to the north, to the south, to the west. You know what I'm saying? Except for that bulldog, that old bulldog from South Carolina, man. That one from South Carolina, boy. Can't shoot you no shout out. Can't shoot you no shout out. You about ignorant as they come. 14 years in the making. Ignorant as they come, man. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. PBK9s, give it to you like I always do when we ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, got to go off the head today. Got to go off the dome. And I know one thing, man. The first Red Boy Jocko dog I had, the first one I ever had, I ain't never had a puppy like that since then. You know what I'm saying? That puppy that I had, this is way in the 90s. I'm talking about 3 months old, 4 months old, the puppy was tall and slinky, lanky. You know what I'm saying? Had a nice size head on, long beak, triangle shaped beak. I'm talking about once if he see a dog, I ain't hadn't seen no puppy like this since then, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can be 100 yards away in that football field that I always be out there in, right? 100 yards away. And if he see another animal at 4 months old, I'm talking about he starts screaming, hollering, and I just let him go. He running full throttle, and crashing through him at 4 months old. Now, if it's a grown dog, yeah, of course he ain't gonna be able to crash through him. But if it's something, about his size or age, man, I'm talking about he running straight through him at 4 months old. And that dog was coming down directly off Cottonham Sheba, and I want to say one of Yellow John's great grandsons. Them was some ruthless Red Boy dogs, man. Them was some ruthless Red Boy Jocko, rather. Red Boy Jocko dog. Now, I had some great dogs since then, and some curs, I had quite a few curs, shit. But, just like anybody else, you don't like to lose. You know what I'm saying? So when you start seeing what's winning, and then you can work with it, and that's where you go at. You don't let nobody else tell you what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what's best for you. And the only way you're gonna know that is when you go through it. I ain't talking about modern day time. Now, go ahead. I ain't talking about going through it now. No. I'm talking about back then. You had to go through it to see what you want or what you like, or if this your style or if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? I can't say hard biter ain't, the dog for you, because that might be what you like. Hard mouth or alligator. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm about gameness. That's all that matters to me. I want one that's gaming the game, coming across 3 hours, 4 hours, still coming across. Yeah, for me, man, it always been gaming since I was young. I always wanted one that would stay there. I never really, especially when I first started messing with them, you know, I was like, all of them gonna bite. I didn't know nothing about, oh, one might be biting harder than the other one. I wanted one that was gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, luckily for me, I was around, a lot of guys who was connected in that game. And, real close to them yellow dogs. So I had a chance to experience them young. But yeah, man, all dogs, man, they throw curves. All dogs throw great dogs. You just gotta weed out what's what, and pick what suits you. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget trying to make somebody else happy. Make yourself happy when it comes to these dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's just you and them. It ain't you and them and them folk that you trying to get to like them. You know what I'm saying? It's just you and that hound you got in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to rock out with that. And with me, gameness and smartness. Because, see, that mouth, the old saying goes, mouth leaves after a certain period of time. For them killer mouths, leaves at a certain period of time. But we see some that, still crushing like alligators at an hour point, hour and 30 point. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours, they still busting like alligators. But for the most part, you weather that storm. If you get something that'll weather that storm, you know what I'm saying? The storm over now. Business about to pick up. Business about to pick up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is what we've been waiting on. Yeah. And that's what that game is allowing me to talk. Allow me to talk a whole bunch of trash at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And, I can say about the stuff that I disagree with, and I can also tell you about things that, I liked about the show when them 7, 8 and them boys did the other day. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to it because I was, having a high day. I was listening to it, and then something just made me bust out laughing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, it made me bust out laughing. And my day went good from that point on. It's when, I want to say it was Bach saying that he was talking to the dog brother, and he said, is this a nigga? Is this a nigga on the phone or something like that? And hung up on him. Man, that joint had me tripping, man. I can just see it. I can hear it happening to me. If I call somebody and they say that's what made me know, that's what was so funny about it. But yeah, man, like I said, man, much respect to all them brothers, man. But I am competitive. Not talking about y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in general. I'm competitive, I'm respectful at the end of the day, Sometimes my mouth get away from me with certain things, but I try to hold it down, I try to hold it down and keep it 100 with my folk out here. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, we all want great bulldogs. We all in it for the same thing, at least the ones who in it for the better of the breed, you know what I'm saying, and the positive of the breed, because we always got to advocate that me and all my followers and anybody who I mentioned on these videos, we all doing it for the positive and for the breed, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell my brothers who, be watching all my other brothers in the dog videos, shouts out to everybody, and I can't keep saying it over and over enough because it takes to come up with this stuff every week. You know what I'm saying? It ain't peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? Far as like giving you content. You know what I'm saying? Giving you good content and stuff to watch. The brothers have to do shows week after week after week. I'm trying to do shows week after week after week. Man, it ain't easy, you know what I'm saying? And to all the brothers that, trying to come up, do your thing, we all trying to come up. It ain't none of us got what we want to get at yet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to come up. But I got this one dude I'm trying to interview. I'm trying to get him on the interview. I'm letting y'all brothers know. I don't know him. I'm trying to investigate right now and make sure it's a real page that he's on. I'm seeming to think he's a real page. And I'm going to try to get him up here for an interview because he made a statement and said all the black people need to get out of the dog game because they messing up the dog game. So I want to interview him, and hear what he has to say. Let y'all brothers hear what he has to say, or whatever, and take it from there. I don't even know if this dude's a dog man or not, but he made a statement. I've seen it, and I'm just trying to make sure it's a real person. You know what I'm saying? And if he want to get up there and do an interview, I'm gonna have him on. But I ain't sure, man. I ain't sure. But y'all just take it easy on him. You know what I'm saying? Let him say what he gotta say, and then we say what we gotta say. Everybody voice their opinion on how they got, however they feel or whatever. But yeah, man. Y'all just enjoy them dogs out there, man. Have fun with them. Keep making them good breedings. Keep, winning them ribbons and them trophies at them shows. Keep doing it, man. The brothers who putting out them magazines, keep putting them out. You know what I'm saying? Keep, doing y'all things. All the dog brothers who writing, cause I'm about to write me one. I ain't sure if I'm gonna write a fictional story about dogs or actual just a dog like a history type book or something like that. I ain't sure exactly which way I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna write something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there, man. Shout out to all y'all. Now, one thing I want to know, all right, to all my brothers up north. Okay, let's go back to way back in the days. We're gonna go way back in the days. All right, me and you. One of my brothers from up north. All right. Like I told y'all now, this ain't my fault now. This is some up-to-date stuff that I'm, at least I never heard people speak about summer and winter so much. You know what I'm saying? Although they may have did it, just maybe not the ones that I was around talking about it. But y'all emphasize that summer and winter so much. It's like, if I would have waited on the winter, I would have only had 3 wins. And man, listen, man. Whole lot of people have been talking trash over the years. You know what I'm saying? All that year, I can't wait. I couldn't wait back then for no winter time. It's time now. You know what I'm saying? It's time now. And that's something different. I'm just starting to get used to y'all boys talking about like the early part of the 2000s and the weather and this and that and weather. I want to talk about the weather, but to my up north brothers back to y'all. Okay, me and you coming down south, right? You bring your dog down south. How would you prepare to come to this southern hospitality? How would you prepare to come to this southern heat? You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I would do. In my days, I'm going to get you. I ain't going to wait till nighttime. You know what I'm saying? We going to be early in the morning. Or it just depends. We won't do it no 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? But even at nighttime, it's so hot, you'll be sweating. All your clothes will be wet. You know what I'm saying? All your underwear is wet, your shirt wet, your shorts wet, everything wet in the nighttime, in the summertime. How would you prepare your dog to come down for that heat? You know what I'm saying? How would you prepare it? Because see, me, I'm talking about my New York brothers or brothers who got basements and stuff, and in places where basements at. Now, if I was going that way, I would condition in the house. I would do a lot more stuff, especially condition. My treadmill got to go in the house. I got to work him in the house, indoors. He got to be able to breathe indoors, you know what I'm saying? We not outside this time. We going inside, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I got to switch up the training program. All right? Now, if we was going at nighttime down south, then I wouldn't work him, period. I'll probably work him in the daytime, just in general, because he was always with me. But nighttime, we're going to hit the nighttime. Always work him when it's showtime, when it's time for a show. If you're show in the morning, you work him in the morning. You can't be lazy. If you're show at night, you work him at night. You can't be lazy. All that shit matter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, or you could be lazy. I got to stop talking in present tense and talking in past so y'all boys won't get it confused. You couldn't be lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some brothers going to do what the next man ain't going to do. They going to, some brothers investigate Once they find out who they going with, they investigate them. What do you do? What do you do? What do you hear that? What are you doing? What do you know? They ain't worried about how ill he is. They just worry about his styles. The more they know, the more the opposition know, the better off they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? The better off they're gonna be as far as they're preparing for the situation. You know, like I said, some people, boom, take it at that level. Some people don't. Like I said, I'll never use, and I don't knock anybody. I don't knock anybody who use the roid. You know, you do what you do. But me, yeah, I just had one that was badass natural. You know what I'm saying? Badass natural. Straight machine. Finishing machine. Not waiting around to play with your finisher. He coming out to finish it. You bull job if you want to. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, though, man. It is what it is. Like I said, reason why I talk about brothers being scared, because I see it. Brothers are here, you'll be like, oh, man, what is it, 45? Oh, I got a 45. Then you coming, what's that? Oh, that's a Big John. Man, why you can't get your own stuff? This and that. Why you can't get your own stuff? This and that. Like, people be scared. Folks be scared, man. I tell you, man. Folks want to go against certain kind of folk, man. When they feel like, at least, you know, the stuff that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? If they feel like they smarter than you, then they don't mind going on you. You know what I'm saying? But if they feel like, oh, this man here big kennel. This man here big kennel. Now they got to ask around and go call this man for a dog. Call that man for a dog when they got 30 dogs in the yard. Got to call this man for a dog. Call that man for a dog. Yeah, they showed up. They showed up with the dog, but it wasn't their dog. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't theirs. They had to go call around the world. You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Back then, go in the backyard and get mine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking around. And guess what? When I had Bo, I was that dog man. The one dog man. I had Bo and I had several dogs with Bo, but Bo was the stud. And I had, you know, I had probably about the max about 10 dogs when I had Bo at the max. But I was that one dog man because everybody else around me had 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 dogs. You know what I'm saying? I was the one dog man. Spend that time with that one dog that I knew, you know, was legit. You know what I'm saying? Knew how he was getting down. Spent my time with that one. You know, learn him inside out. When I say learn him inside out, you got to know what he's going to do whenever he's doing what he's doing. Say something makes him react a certain way, you got to know how he's going to react. You know, I know, like, boom, boom, boom. I done seen Bo, you know, I done seen him in that. I already know what he about to do. I already know how this about to go down. Yeah. I literally knew at 5 minutes or before 5 minutes, really before 5 minutes, because 5 minutes get long. I really, off the first 5 minutes, I'll tell you if that was going to be a DOA in the next 15 minutes or, you know, if he was going to give Bo some struggle. I know it in the first 5 minutes. You know, like I said with split ears. Put Bo on split ears. Green, like I told you before. Bigger dog. But the thing was, Bo was never schooled out to an ass-in dog. You know what I'm saying? He was never schooled out. He was a finisher. He was the, you know, he had a lay-down style in him. And he was smart, right? So he figured he could lay down, you know, on this bigger dog. But the thing was, the dog was a rear-end dog. That didn't screw him up. Him being a rear-end dog didn't screw him up. What screwed Bo up on that whole situation, the dog didn't have sharp teeth. The dog teeth was like squared off. They didn't make no hole, no big holes. They only made little, like one little small hole, so his bites was like pressure bites. And he took internal bleeding, you know what I'm saying? He took internal bleeding. His legs swole up the size of a turkey. And shit, I love my dog. I went and got him. Picked him up for another day. You know what I'm saying? Picked him up for another day. That's when I was young, learning, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was. Was what it was. But like I said, Gotta know him inside out, man. Gotta know him inside out. If you don't know him, you know what I'm saying, you just playing with yourself, playing with your pockets, playing with your pockets. You must got a lot of money or something. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know him, you know, it's best to know him. Like I said, man, I'm going to talk my shit because I'm going to back mine up. And when I'm talking it, you know, we talking dog shit. You know what I'm saying? And nothing else. At the end of the day, you can bring your treadmill out. You can bring your weight pull track out. You can bring whatever event you want to bring out. And I'm ready right now to date. You know what I'm saying? We line it up. Either you going to stretch me or I'm going to stretch you. One or the other. You know what I'm saying? One or the other. From the treadmill to the weight pull, confirmation, I'm going to get into something a little more physical. You know what I'm saying? A little more physical. We can do confirmation, but that's just showing that you got your dog looking in shape. That don't necessarily mean he in shape. You know what I'm saying? We going to do something that we can see. I'd rather do treadmill. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And we'll see who running. We can do weight pull too, and we can record it. We all on YouTube. We all on Facebook, whatever platform anybody on. You know what I'm saying? We can record it. You know, I ain't talking about no training, sit down, stay, and all that. I'm gonna leave that with my mouths and anything else I'm training. I ain't talking about that. You know, we talking about physical work with these dogs. Physical activity wise, as far as whatever you want to do, man. You know, I'll stand up to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? I represent when it comes to these pits, when it comes to something legal. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is at the end of the day. You know, it is what it is. And like I said, if a lot of y'all folk wanted me to stop talking trash, you should have stopped me back in the days when I had both. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had a bunch of curves. I had dogs that were curves off of Mayday stuff. You know, directly coming down off that stuff, off Mayday son. That was curves. Off Tab's son, that was curves. Off of yellow dog, we had one off of yellow them. It wasn't directly off of yellow, it was off one of yellow's sons. We had one of them, he wouldn't even make no noise. I don't know what you call that. Do you call that a curve? He just come, and all he do is just stand there and look dumb. While the other dog just shaking. He just looking dumb. He don't holler, he don't bite back. He don't do nothing. He was a big dog, so the one that was on him was a little bit smaller than he was. Man, call Crossroad up, man. What this is? Well, this motherfucker here got a silent treatment mode or something. Silent mode on him or something. You know what I'm saying? So we done seen curves in all different divisions, you know, Frisco, everything, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own taste in dogs at the end of the day, man. We can't forget that. That's one of the main things we can't forget. Everybody got their own taste. Because I might like these kind. My homeboys don't like them kind. I got homeboys that like Eli. I got homeboys that like Frisco. I'm talking about close homeboys that like these dogs. You know what I'm saying? They see me talking trash about Frisco. They see me talking trash about Eli. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Competitive talk. You know what I'm saying? Competitive talk. Because at the end of the day, I know all dogs produce great dogs. Now, that same red boy Jocko dog I was telling y'all about I had earlier, the little young puppy, the illest one I had. Now, he was running through everything, like say, he was about 6 months old then. He was running through everything his size and anything around about a year old. You know, if they wasn't started all the way up, he was running through them. All right. Now, he had this one dog he was scared of. It was a blue dog, a blue pit bull. He was scared of that dog since he was a puppy. Only dog he was scared of. He wouldn't mess with him. You know, that's because the blue dog was real aggressive on him when he was young. You know, the blue dog was older than he is. But he was real aggressive on him when he was young. And he, you know, he was scared of him. Blue dog was probably about 4 months older than he is. Something like that. Maybe 5 months older than he was. But he was real aggressive on him and he was scared of him. He was always scared of him. But then I figured out something. Because this dog was unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Puppy was, rather. I figured out something. I took that blue dog and I started him up against a red one. You know, a red nose. So we started him up. And I figured out once that little puppy see that, all he had to do was see them going like that. He forgot everything else. He forgot everything else about being scared. We started him up on the red one and stopped it instantly. Once we stopped it, took the gray one, Brought him back over there to my red boy dog. Smack through him. Smack through him. The same dog he was scared of. You know, but we just had to do it a different kind of way. Like I said, he was 6 months old. I ran through that dog, man. I messed that dog up. That's the one I told you I messed up. You know, before he was a year old, he had been ran through. When it comes to a dog, it's all about who got him. When it comes to a bloodline, it's all about who got him a lot of the times. Like I tell you, Crossroads sold me Sambo. Crossroads could have used him himself if he would have knew what he was going to turn out to be. You know, when I got him, he wasn't even touched yet, 11 months old. I got him at 11 months old, wasn't even touched yet. You know, although I did what was good for me in a learning experience, it wasn't good for the dog as far as getting all his accolades the way he needed to get them. You know what I'm saying? Because he was over-accomplished. He was an over-accomplished dog. It's just the way I was taking him, the road I was taking him on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you tell me, you 19, you 20, and you get something that can't be stopped. How you gonna be acting? You know what I'm saying? That's how I was back then. Especially with the laws not the same as it is now. Man, I was acting up. Man, I was acting up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you look back at all that, you see the mistakes you made. Or whatever. But you know, you can't do nothing about it now. You know, you just gotta make better moves and move on the right tip now. That's all I can do, you know. That's all I can do. But I know one thing, my opinion, just my opinion before I get up out of here, fellas. Just my opinion. Say Macho Buck won 3 before he was 15 months old. Boy, I wish I would have met him with Bo. Boy, Bo could have met Macho Buck. 15 months old, and you was throwing him out there like that. I know some hitters out there at 15 months old now. Some straight hitters. They, you know, I know how they was doing them back in them days. But boy, I wish I could have ran up on him at 15 months old. And I know your head was swole. Because I know when Macho Buck probably was doing it, my head was swole. Boy, look here. Woo! We'd have tore that box down that day. We'd have tore that down. I can promise you that. Hey, but boy, look here. Man, y'all have a good day, good night. Y'all keep bulldogging. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. From the north to the south to the east to the west. You know, PBK9. Y'all hit that like button before y'all get up out of here. Hit them comments up like you always do. And I'm out.